What is up, guys? Me, I'm Wolf here, and today I'm gonna be reacting to a video. We're gonna be reacting to Llama Arts. He make sure to subscribe and like to him because he makes really good videos and scary videos, and he spends a lot of time in it doing the animation, all that stuff. So make sure to subscribe to his channel, and yeah. And let's get started. So right now, let's go to YouTube real quick. Right, arts right there. Make sure this is his channel. He has a bunch of animations that he makes. Make sure to subscribe. Let's go in there. Let's go to the let's go to the pizza word. No. Llama Arts. Let's watch the first one, and then we watch the second one, and then... Oh my god, Batman. Nope.
This happened 4 years ago when I was still in high school. I was told to do my last delivery of my shift. I got in my car, which was a 1999 Camry, perfect for delivering pizzas. I GPSed the address on my phone. I live upstate in the country, so all pizza deliveries were long drives. I remember the sun was starting to set, so it was probably around 7 o'clock. I'd say after a good 15 minutes of driving through the foresty dirt roads, my GPS said I had arrived. It was an old little cottage-like house made almost entirely of wood. It was sitting all by itself in the middle of absolutely nothing but forest. The lawn was completely unkept, as the grass was almost at knee-high. I was used to this kind of thing, so I didn't think much of it. I took the pizza to the front door. There was no doorbell, so I knocked loudly on the door. Within 10 seconds, I heard the sound of footsteps hitting wood on the inside of the house.
How is he not
The footsteps made it to the door and stopped.
I
started to feel uneasy. I got the feeling that I was being watched. And that's when I noticed there was a peephole in the door. "It's the pizza guy," I called out. I heard a low, harsh-sounding voice on the other side of the door, telling me to bring the pizza out back. I didn't like the idea of going back
hell
there.
no.
Something didn't seem right.
I'll take my car and leave the
sure,
pizza
sir?
right there
I called out.
in the door.
He didn't answer my question. The sound of footsteps didn't move away from the door, so I had the feeling he was still watching me. I almost found myself walking back to my car, but I decided I didn't want any trouble with my boss. The last time I brought a pizza back, he gave me attitude, so I reluctantly walked through the uncut grass and around the small house to the back. I remember there was a shed and a little patio back there. In the patio, there was a table with 4 chairs surrounding it.
I wouldn't go.
In one of the chairs facing away from me, I saw the head of somebody sitting in the seat.
Go there.
I began walking over and said, "Excuse me," but the person didn't even move an inch. "Excuse me," I said again louder.
Just leave the pizza at the front door
and
and
behind
leave.
me, I heard, "Psst, over here." I turned around to see a man poking his head out from the corner of the house, looking at me with a crazed smile. "Come over here, I want to show you something." I freaked out, turned around and ran around the house in the opposite direction, back to my car, for some reason still holding the pizza.
Nigga, what the fuck
I got
is
in my
that?
car, started it, and got away from there. On my way back to the pizzeria, I
Hell
pulled
no.
over to the side of the road and called the police. Eventually, I was informed that there was no sign of anybody having been in that house for a long time. I quit my delivery job a few days after that. I have no idea what would have happened to me had I gone up to that man.
I would have
to
done
this
it
day,
earlier.
I still wish I just turned my head to see who or what was sitting in that patio chair.
Shit. No jump scares, please. No jump scares. Oh, thank you. Let's watch this one. This one.
I'll never forget this night. The pizza place I worked at was about to close, and I was getting ready to go home when the phone rang. I was working the counter alone that night, so I was taking calls. I picked up the phone. There was complete silence, so I hung up. About a minute later, the phone rings again, so I pick up again. Still silence. I was about to hang up again when I heard the very weak and cold voice of an old woman on the other end. She said she wanted a regular pie delivered. I remained polite on the phone, but on the inside I was screaming. I just wanted to get home and end my shift.
Oh, man.
I called out to my boss that somebody is requesting a delivery. He told me I had to go. I was upset at first, but I realized it's another tip, and the old ones usually tip the most, so I decided it was okay. I took down the address and told her it would be there soon, but she had already hung up. I thought that was rude, but I ignored it and yelled to the chef that I needed one regular. My boss told me to just go home after the delivery as the place would be closed. So a little before 10 o'clock, I got in my car and put the address into my GPS. The house was 7 miles away. The GPS took me to the quiet side of town. I arrived to the house. It was a small, one-floor house on a very quiet and empty block. I took the pizza and walked up to the door and rang the doorbell. There were no lights on in the house. I hoped that she hadn't given me the wrong address.
I would have gone there. I don't care what happens. I would have gone. I
was about to give up when I turned my head and saw somebody standing at the window. I got a little freaked out and backed up at first.
Exactly.
But I eventually got closer to the window to see the person.
Run and go to your car and leave.
Woman, probably in her late 70s. She was just staring at me with a blank expression. I yelled to her through the glass that I had her pizza. She didn't react to what I said, so I screamed it louder. A big smile ran across her face.
I'll be like, nope, I'm out. Hope you're already in the car right when she would have put the smile.
I still remember that exact face she made through the window. I decided that I was freaked out enough and got back to my car and set the pizza in the passenger seat. I had to text my boss about this. I shot him a quick text and started my car, ready to get the hell away. I looked to my right to get one more look, to see the woman standing right outside my passenger side window, giving me the same stare she had given me before. I put my car in drive and floored it down the street, not looking back. My boss never made me do a late night delivery again.
Thank God. Well, probably is that you don't jump scares. I hate jump scares. Okay, guys, this is it for today. Make sure to subscribe and hit 20 likes for one more of this videos reacting to Llama Arts. And thank you for everything. And like, subscribe, and comment below and let me know anything that's on your mind. And as always, peace.